This summer, the Israeli military killed over 2,100 Palestinians in Gaza, over 70% of whom were civilians, including over 500 children. That's considered collective punishment, which is prohibited by the Fourth Geneva Convention. It says, quote, "No protected person may be punished for an offense that he or she did not personally commit." End quote. Israel, as a military power occupying the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, is prohibited by international law from practicing collective punishment against the occupied Palestinians, who are protected people. But it does so regularly. Another example, Israel deliberately destroys the family homes of Palestinians suspected to be part of the resistance. Can you imagine that happening here? The home that you, your siblings, your parents, your grandparents live in, being demolished just because of the acts of one of your siblings?
Or take the blockade of the Gaza Strip. Israel restricts the flow of food, medicine, and basic goods to the entire population of 1.8 million people. Israel controls the amount of food entering Gaza based on calculating the minimum required caloric intake for each person there. That's disturbing, and it's totally illegal under international law. One last example, in response to the kidnapping of the 3 Israeli settlers earlier this summer, the Israeli military conducted hundreds of raids on Palestinian families in the West Bank, arresting over 150 people without charge. Human Rights Watch called that collective punishment plain and simple. The truth is that life under occupation, a life of injury and death and loss, a life of vanishing hopes and shattered dreams, is collective punishment for all Palestinians. But it's also useful to know that what Israel is doing is specifically prohibited by the Geneva Conventions. In fact, collective punishment is a war crime, and that's not a charge to use lightly. Stanford University should not be investing in companies that facilitate Israel's war crimes, like Lockheed Martin. It's that simple.